Good day, YouTube. It is Saturday, December 9th, 2017. She was cold out this morning, frost on the pumpkin, but very sunny today. It might be like 40 or something out today. It's a nice, pretty winter day. So working on the Stepvan, and I just thought I'd pop in a little update. So I've got most of the plywood now cut and hung. Including the ceiling. I know she's a little wavy. I have about enough screws in it to keep it from falling. Hopefully I have one screw extra to keep it from falling. So I know it's a little saggy here or there. My goal was to get all the wood cut because it makes a mess. And kind of get it hung and make sure everything kind of fits. I've been struggling in my mind for some sort of a cabinet for over top of that wheel well. I would like a place to put like my powered mixers and my generators and so forth. And I was hoping to actually get like one from like Home Depot or Lowe's, a nice metal cabinet that would have a lock on it and kind of go with the toolbox theme in here. But nobody has one even close to the right size, and they're all 72 inches tall, which would extend beyond the top of the Stepvan by a foot. And my goal was to put a TV in this location on some kind of an arm. So I just wouldn't work. So I been looking around, and I went to our Habitat for Humanity restore, and it's about my second trip in there, and I got to looking at this cabinet, and obviously I bought it. It's just a big TV cabinet, but it's well made. Sorry, it's a little dark. I was trying to get a light. It's very well put together. It actually fits pretty well on the wheel well. It comes out right to the front of my toolbox. It's at a good height, so I'm going to build some sort of like a support off the wall with an arm that comes out, like square tube within square tube, so I could like have a set screw, and I would mount a TV here. Or loosen the set screw, it would draw out and then pivot any position over to here and be viewable through the rear doors. I don't think I can buy just what I want, but I can build what I want, so that'll work. And then in this location will be, hopefully I can buy one that I really want, an articulating laptop computer mount. That's where all my music is, to be able to pull it out and adjust it down. I really want it roughly in this position. It could be kind of at an angle, but in front of the window and above the mixer board. So I hopefully will be able to purchase that mount, because that would be a little more difficult to manufacture. This week on Craigslist, I bought an inverter for the Stepvan. Nothing super crazy, but 1800 watt. It's good for 3600 watt surge. It's capable of a wired remote control. However, it's just going to mount right up here probably on that particular board. I'll upholster it separately, carpet it or upholster it or something. So the main power panel for the Stepvan is going to mount here, probably here. Inverter's going to mount up here somewhere. The cables will run down to the batteries. It will be down there in that hole once I'm done building the battery compartment. So that's keeping the 12-volt battery leads short, and the power from the inverter to the panel also short. So that'll work out pretty good. I'm glad to have found it. These are around $300, maybe $350 or something, and I got it for $100, so that's a good deal. I scored the cabinet for $65, but it's for Habitat for Humanity. They build houses for those that wouldn't be able to get a house otherwise, so it's a good charity to support, and I do support them. So there you go. Whether I use it or not, I decide it doesn't work, I'll give it back to them. So it is coming along. I do like the progress. Next is to I've got this kind of in a spot where I'm kind of mocking up to build a doghouse over the generator and a support for, you've seen it in my other videos, this is a bench seat. It's a rear seat out of a big van, full-size Ford, probably, Sprinter maybe, don't know, it's 66 inches or so from one end of that to the other. So it's a nice big long bench seat. It's going to mount all the way to the rear, and then it ends up to be about right here. And then I'll build another base in this area, so it'll be just off that wheel well a little bit. And that'll be a base for another bucket seat like the driver's seat. I bought 2 of those, and they're nice seats. So this will give me a position to, when I'm working, I'll have a nice bucket seat right there to sit at just about this location. So I'll have view of the window and view of my equipment and computer and the TV and all of that. And then a couch for guests that want to come in while we're doing stuff. And maybe even a spot for me to lay down for 5 minutes or something when I'm doing one of these all day type events. I thought that would be kind of cool. So the goal is today we're going to go do some Christmas stuff. So I'm kind of wrapping it up for today a little bit. Going to do a little mock-up here though, so I can start thinking about that. I'm a visual guy, so I got to do a little mock-up that I can think about that. And then tomorrow wrap up as much of this interior stuff for now, and then go to work on the rear doors. I just as well maybe take them off the van tomorrow. They do just bolt on with 3 hinges on each side. I have the design for that ramp door pretty much drawn up, and my material list. I even scored some sheet metal for the outside, 2 4x8 sheets. They were signs on a couple of semi-trailers that we had with our company logo on one side, but the inside that was towards the trailer this whole many years is painted white, and there was nothing on it or nothing wrong with it. Got a few holes in it, so I'll just use the holes that are in it for mounting it, plus a few, and that'll be perfect. So that was a good score. So I have sheet metal for the outside. It's going to be probably 1.5 inch square, 1/8 inch square tubing with a probably 2-inch angle iron frame, weld-on hinges at the bottom, and then plywood on the inside, sheet metal on the outside. And then right above those 2 latches, I'll grind that plate off of there and probably put a Harbor Freight, it's like a 2,500 pound or 2,000 pound electric winch, and that is going to winch the ramp tailgate up and down. I don't have to disconnect the cable if I'm just going up and down, because there'll be a little more than 3 feet on the left side and 3 feet on the right side of that, so as long as I don't kill myself on the cable, that can just stay there. And my goal is to also be able to use the ramp like a stage, so I'll be able to either support it like by chains or cables hanging off the van on 1 on each side or 2 on each side or something, or legs down to the ground. Probably going to be chains or cables off the van, because then it matters very little how level the ground is. As far as like putting the stands down, it wouldn't be tippy. It will always hang relatively straight off the van. So probably going to do that. So because I do want to get all my steel rounded up this week coming up. With the holidays coming up, I've got a little bit of time, and that's the weekend over Christmas that I need to build the ramp. So that's a major project for the van, but once that's done, that's really kind of getting the major projects knocked off the list. After that, the next and probably last major project is to build the battery compartment accessible from outside, and that's going to be built in this location. The area on the outside of the van where the battery compartment goes, I'll show you, is rusting out anyway, so I got to do something with it. Let's just build a battery compartment there. So that's the plan. So it leaked out down the driver's window and just totally rotted all that out. So we'll just cut all this out. We'll put angle iron frames in along the bottom, and then angle iron like a picture frame here, and then the door will probably be angle iron with some expanded metal in it or something, and we'll just paint it and call it good. It'll ventilate very well, and that'll be the battery compartment. That'll be good. I got one other thing I'll show you real quick. I got a rust hole in the back where the generator is mounted. I finally did pop rivet the main generator vent, and that's right in the middle of the generator, so it draws air in here. All the air in the generator and the exhaust goes straight down through the floor, and they're already routed there, and the exhaust is run and comes out the other side. But I have this little rust hole right here, and that's also a spot where I'm probably going to put the battery for the generator, and getting a little air there wouldn't hurt anything. So I picked up this. I was in at the Lowe's looking for like a foundation vent screen or something. I didn't really find anything, but I thought, well, let's wander around, maybe I'll find something else. So I found this, I think it's for a drain. It's actually stainless steel. The white is like a protective, you peel that away, and it's stainless steel. So look at that. It was less than $5. So I'm just going to cut that rust out, clean all that up, treat the area, just cut that out of there, and then screw that on there. It'll look like it's meant to be there, and I don't have to fix it. That's just how lazy I am. So that is the update for today. Tomorrow's just going to be a lot of loose ends, and try and get that seat mocked up and stuff like that, and then end all of that around the middle of the day, and then maybe go after taking those doors off. I'm going to have to rig it from the ceiling of my barn, drop them off with a come-along or something, and start doing some fine measuring and figure this tailgate out. Make sure I get all my parts ordered and my steel coming, and that's just going to be a fun project to do over the Christmas break. So appreciate you guys coming along for the ride, and watching my videos and commenting, subscribing. The channel keeps growing slow but steady, and I appreciate that, and we'll do this again.